Hi everyone, and today under the non-finite section, we are going to talk about gerunds. Non-finites are those verbs which are not changed due to tense or the subject of the person or number of persons used in that sentence. If you want to gather more information about non-finites, I've already uploaded a video, the link of which is shared in the description box. You can go through it. Now, under non-finites, we have gerunds. Gerunds are those verbs which end with ing, but they act like a noun in a sentence. Well, when we use these gerunds in a sentence, they can be used as a subject to a verb, or an object to a verb, or an object to a preposition, or a complement to a verb. Now, let's look with the help of examples the usage of gerunds in sentences. Let's look at these examples and know how gerunds are used here. Smoking is bad for health. So here, smoking is actually a gerund. But since it is before the verb is, it acts like a subject here. Next is I hate waiting. Now here the main verb is hate. But what do I hate? Waiting. So here it acts like an object to the verb. Look at the next one. He is very fond of playing. So he is very fond of playing. Now here playing is obviously a gerund, but here it will act like an object to the preposition of, because here the gerund is coming right after the preposition. So it is going to act like an object here. The last one is seeing is believing. Now here again believing is a gerund, but it is acting like a complement to the verb is. Now here they are naming the action and you can see that they all end with ing. But sometimes when gerunds are used with certain words, they combine with certain words, they mean something else. So let's see those exceptions where gerunds are used and a different meaning comes out. When the gerunds are used with words like want or needs, then in that case they are used in passive sense. For example, my hair needs cutting. Now here cutting is a gerund, but look at the word used here, needs. Come to the second example, your shoes want mending. So again here mending is a gerund, but it is used with want. So in both these cases, the meaning comes out in the passive voice sense. When the word try is used with gerunds, it means to test or something like making an experiment. So let's see this. Try adding water to acid. So adding here is a gerund, and look at the word try that we have used in combination with it. Next, I tried writing with my left hand. So writing here is a gerund and I have combined it with try. So both these sentences are in the sense of doing an experiment and I am here to see the result of this. The combination of the word like with a gerund means to like something or to be fond of or enjoy an activity. For example, I like seeing films. So here seeing is a gerund, but when it is combined with like means I enjoy watching films. Similarly, I like talking to you. Talking is a gerund here, and when combined with like, it means I'm fond of talking to you. The next case is when we combine gerunds with words like see, hear, watch, observe, feel, etc. Then the action which is there seems incomplete, or they show that the action is still under progress. For example, I saw him crossing the road. So when I saw him, he was crossing the road. The action of crossing was still incomplete or was in progress. Similarly, I heard her singing. So singing is a gerund here, and this action of singing was going on, or it was in continuity. And here you can see that the words which I have chosen are saw and heard. When possessive adjectives like his, her, their, are, etc. are used with gerunds, then we do not use object there. For example, she doesn't mind my coming late. Now here my is a possessive adjective, and with it I'm combining a gerund coming. So after this I don't need to use an object there. Similarly, I insisted on his starting at once. Starting is a gerund here, but it is combined with a possessive adjective, and therefore I haven't used an object after that. Till now, we have seen a lot of examples, but it doesn't mean that all ing words will be gerunds. Sometimes they can be adjectives, or sometimes they can be used as plain simple verbs also. I have written 3 examples here which will show different cases where you can identify and how to identify. First is long distance running helped the athlete prepare for the approaching race. Now here you can see there are 2 words with ing, but both of them are not gerunds. Why? Because long distance running, here running word is the name of the activity. So here, since it is used as a noun, it will be a gerund. Helped the athlete prepare for the approaching race. Now here the word approaching is not a noun, but it acts like an adjective to the noun race here. So in this case, this word approaching is not a gerund. Keep this in mind. Okay, look at the next sentence now. The couples were dancing all night. The couples were dancing. Now here the word dancing, even if it has ing, but it is not a noun, it acts like a verb in this sentence. So this is not a gerund. Come to the third example. Dancing is my favorite activity. Now I am talking about my favorite activity and I have named it. What is the name? The name is dancing. So like here, dancing acts like a noun in this sentence, and an ing word which acts like a noun is called as gerund. So this will be a gerund in this sentence. So be very careful when you're using gerunds. Not every word is a noun. It could be an adjective, but when it is adjective to another noun, they are also called as present participles. We'll do that in a new video. I hope today's video helped you in understanding the topic gerunds. I have tried to incorporate as many examples as possible and also show you exceptional cases and showed you some points to remember about this. That's all in this session. In the next session, I will bring up participles as in non-finites. Till then, take good care of yourself. God bless you all and do well. Thank you very much. Bye.